Hi, this is Sriyank Siddhartha and welcome to the next video of this Kotlin programming series. Now in this video, let us check out the demo for the data types in Java. Now to define any variable, we need to use the keyword of var, space, give it the name as such as name, equal to, let's say, Henry. Now here we have defined the var name equal to Henry. Now suppose later I want to change the name from Henry to, let's say, Kevin. So here what I can do, I can simply use name equal to Kevin. So I've simply reassigned the value of name from Henry to Kevin. Now if you print this variable in the output, you will get Kevin as the output. Now suppose if I change this var to, let's say, VAL, then here the IntelliSense IDE will simply show some error. The val value cannot be reassigned, which means the val name is actually immutable in nature. So once you have defined the value of name as Henry, you cannot change it later on, right? So this is the difference between val and var in case of Kotlin. And now by default this name has actually got the properties of a string because here on the right hand side we are using the string value. Now if you want to define explicitly what this name variable stands for, so here you can simply use colon space string. And now definitely this name becomes string. Earlier it was string, now you are sure that this name variable can only contain the value of string. Now what is the benefit of using colon space string? Why don't we simply use name equal to Henry? Now the reason is that suppose if I remove Henry from here, then it will simply throw some error because the IntelliSense IDE don't know what this name stands for. What is it all about? So here I will simply tell the compiler that this name is actually of the type of string, and later on I will simply initialize the value to Kevin. So this is the advantage of declaring the data type explicitly here. If you remove it, then the code will not work. And now apart from string, we have other data types as well, such as int, boolean, float, double and char. Now here I have simply defined var age equal to 10, is alive, it is true, marks equal to 97.4, percentage 90 point something value, gender is male. Now these are the various data types in case of Kotlin. Now here in case of float it is showing some error because by default this 97.4 is actually a double value. So we have to make compiler know that this value is actually of the type of float. So for that we have to use either small f or the capital F. It is totally up to your choice. Now here in case of double, small d or capital D. I guess in case of Kotlin, small d and capital D doesn't work because by default it is double in nature. So for the float value, you have to define small f or capital F explicitly. Now one more thing here to note is that all these variables such as age, is alive, marks, etc. are actually objects in Kotlin. So always remember everything in Kotlin is actually a object, right? So you can treat everything here as object. You can also make it out with the help of this I, which is capital, B which is capital, all these actually represent one class. And now this age can also be initialized by using var myAge equal to 10, which is the inline initialization without using the colon and int data type here. Now same thing applies to other ones as well. And now to print this value, you can simply use the print method and simply pass in, let's say, is alive, or let's say gender, or let's say marks, and so on. This will simply print the values. So this is all about the basic data types in Kotlin. So the codes are pretty simple compared to Java, right?